What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Welcome to the Friday Raid Digest, guys. Plarium released some juicy information about the future patch, which most probably will be coming next week, if I'm not mistaken. And honestly, you will be happy to finally know that they are buffing champions. Two of many to come. That's what they said. And they're two champions that have been requested by the people for so long, okay? But we're gonna get to that in just a second. Then we have a couple of different things to cover, and we're gonna discuss a bit about the Cursed City, guys. We're gonna check the rotation. We're gonna see how difficult it is compared to the previous one, you know. Let's actually head over to the Raid Digest first. So, hey Raiders, the year 2024 started lively for Raid. The game appeared on Steam, experienced the arrival of a monster-themed hunter champions and a new type of items for rerolling the Ascension bonus for artifacts and accessories, which, by the way, is absolutely game-changing. The drop rate for it is awful, but at the same time, that material is awesome, you know. And as expected, I really got surprised by seeing that they released an item that will reroll the gear to unlimited times. Still, you get the desired stat. So because they've done that, of course, they've made the drop rates pretty low for it. It's 8% per run, basically. So you can do literally 100 runs and barely get that to drop 2 or 3 times, you know. Or you can do 50 runs and get it to drop 5 times based on the RNG, you know. But overall, it's pretty hard to get, and in a way, it's better for the balance of the game. But then at the same time, it's all about getting the dough, you know. Overall, I'm still happy with that feature, and I'm glad that they added that to the game. Then, Monster Hunter Champions, guys. We have quite a few of them. We do have the summoning event for a few of them happening right now, and Raid has just seen an addition of 5 new champions based on Capcom's Monster Hunters franchise. Rathalos Blademaster is available via the 7-day login. Plus, we got the other champions in events like 10 access, 15 access, 25 access, and we have a hero pet event for Alatrian. I actually forgot about it, guys. That's why I was yesterday like, yeah, I think I'm gonna put him on my summoning progressive chance, because I want to get this more than the other. But then a lot of people message me, Skratch, they're doing a pet event for this one, and I was like, oh yeah, actually, I completely forgot about it, you know. So they are doing a pet event for the other one, but it will be most probably expensive. I don't think it will be easy to get it, you know. So if anybody, by any chance, collects all these 5 champions, okay, they will receive 2 legendary skill tomes, 2 5-star ranked chickens, 2 rank 5 chickens, sorry, 50 multi-battles, 1,000 energy, 1 million silver, and they will be sending the gifts starting from March, 6th of March, you know. Well, you know what is okay, I guess, if you manage to collect them all. If you do manage to collect them all, this means nothing for you, because probably you spend a lot of money anyway, so. But hey, bugs and fixes, guys. One of the changes brought by the update 8.10, but not mentioned in the list of the version's fixes, was Newt, and then of course was the fix of the champion Ygir, the War Meter. Starting from this version, Ygir's passive ability, Scourge of Dragons, will react on any enemy attempt of revival, including their active and passive skills, as well as the revive on dead buff. Currently, the new champion Zinogre has a bug with the passive, guys, and they are planning to fix it by the time we're going to be able to collect the fusion, roughly around January 23rd. So I guess that's when the patch comes, most probably. So it's not next week, it's the week after. Interesting. But the champions that will finally get buffed. Now, unfortunately, they're not giving us any information of how are they buffing the champions, okay? But in the next major update, when will be the next major update? Like, which one is a major update for you? So probably it's going to be this one right here in the on the 23rd, hopefully. We will rebalance Angar and Fortress. My god, everybody's been asking about Angar since forever, and everybody who went for the guaranteed on Fortress have been asking for that one, you know. Though we plan to rebalance more champions in the future, also starting from this update, super raids will be permanently available in the following locations, guys. Now, the main question right here that we have, what's happening with CVC? We already sent a question. I'm not sure if we got a reply on that. Let me just check, because I've got a tag. No, seems like no reply on it. So are we gonna get half of the points like we were doing it before, or the point system will get fixed for CVC and we're gonna get double the points as we should, since this will be a permanent thing. So I'm very curious to know what they're doing with this, Probably you guys are curious as well about it, but we're gonna have to wait a bit and see. I've heard a lot of people saying, Skratch, should I wait and don't log in for a day, or should I just dodge the daily login champion and wait for CVC? Guys, this CVC has no personal rewards. You getting points, it will just basically help your clan to win. So if you think that that's a thing that you're all trying to do, like a common goal with your clan, then you can dodge to collect the new daily login champion one day later. If not, don't stress about it. You don't have personal rewards. So scoring very high points in CVC will be pretty irrelevant, at least this time around, So Fortress, guys, luckily I don't have him, but I feel like the main issue with him is the damage, right? For whoever went in and said fear is going to be the new thing and got him, well, it's not going to be the new thing, And I don't think they're going to change that. I would assume they will fix the multipliers and fix the way his damage gets multiplied by the system, and actually have it to work properly. And overall, he's not going to be the worst legendary once they fix him, if they do it right. I don't think they're going to change anything else on him, but that's something that we don't know. That's something that we don't know as guaranteed, because they haven't been really clear with what sort of changes they are doing to these champions. But overall, I do think that they will probably just fix that for him, Let me know in the comments down below, what change would you like to see to Fortress? Like, what if you have the champion, right? You're using him. What would you like to change on that champion? Then we have Angar. Now, this bad boy is pretty meh, Like, he's great for PvE to control waves and stuff. But other than that, he's not really doing much, And with the A1, attacks an enemy 2 times. That's about it. Extra hit if the enemy is under provoke. The A2 attacks all enemies, places provoke on them for 1 turn, places reflect damage on all allies, and a counter attack on this champion for 2 turns, which overall is not a bad skill, I would say. On a 3-turn cooldown is fairly decent. And then it's just the passive. Even enemy with a provoke debuff attacks has a 50% chance of placing a provoke debuff on them for 1 turn. Each hit taken will reduce damage by 5%. It's pretty underwhelming for a Void Legendary. Like, he's not really doing anything else, and he is a HP-based champion. His damage is pretty underwhelming too. But overall, I don't think he was necessarily meant to do the craziest damage. He was meant just to provoke and be annoying, which is fine. But I'm very curious what they would change to him, Like, so many things could potentially happen. Like, he has 3 skills, right? Are they going to add more skills to the champion? Maybe something else to the A1? They're gonna do something else here, or I don't know, man. I'm so curious to see what they're doing. But what do you think Angar needs? A decreased attack, would that be helpful for you? A stun on the A1 since he counterattacks, that would be interesting. Defense down and something else. Thermimeter manipulation, decreased speed. What would be something that you would like to see on Angar? And where are you using the champion? Because as it stands right now, we can't really use him anywhere. Maybe if they would fix a couple of things, we could have him as a great mischief target for the Hydra, reflect damage, which can be annoying a bit, especially if the mischief steals it. But then he's putting the counter attack on himself. If you have enough resistance, the mischief is gonna get baited by this, and him counter attacking when he gets hit could be beneficial. But the Head of Decay doesn't really tend to attack the provoker most of the times. It's all based on the HP levels, right? So I don't think it's gonna be as beneficial. But I'm curious to see what changes they are planning to bring to all of these champions. Siri of Sanos rotation 2. I burned around 200 million silver with the first rotation. I've completed all of it. And I gotta say it, we had some stages that they were pretty difficult. The boss definitely has a lot of options this time around. We have the undead, so that means that Morrigan is coming out to play. So I cannot wait to use her in here. It's gonna be fun. I do think is a bit uh easier if you have the right champions this time around, but for free to play players, I think it's harder because we don't have access to all of the free champions we had last rotation, like Pythian, Mitrala, so it's gonna be a bit different. Then, of course, these stages right here, they aren't as insane as last time. So this one is pretty crazy, but I feel like considering that we don't have a revival now, we're gonna have to just constantly go for stuns. Stun, 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 stun. The good part is that I'm not forced to use only spirit champions. So those two freaking Basatas on the second wave, they won't be such a big problem anymore with weak hits. We do have a lot of crowd control this time around. Zana, Baroness, I've told you in a video recently that they will be super, super good, and they will be super good in here. So we have quite a few options. Mistrider Deity is going to be the new Morak for this stage. Then stage 20 was pretty hard last time. I feel like now with Mishinaki and Artak, it will be a bit different. Yes, we don't have so much control as we had last time, but I still think is fairly doable. And what else was difficult? Stage 14 was pretty annoying, if I remember it correctly. Fushan, Candraphone, we have Blood Gorged, we have the Doom Tower champion. So we have some options here. I feel like Fushan is going to destroy this. Then stage 12 was another one that a lot of people said that it was a hard stage. And it seems like we have the Barbarians in here, at least the magic affinity ones. We have Venomage, Elton, we have Ugo, we have Ignatius, Seal of the Drake. So I think that we're going to be fine here too. I'm pretty convinced that we will be fine, yeah. So overall, it is maybe slightly easier when you're looking at the champs. That doesn't mean that once you're going to start doing the runs, it will be. I already got a lot of people messaging me in my Discord saying, Skratch, this rotation seems easier. Then they got to stage 2 and they were like, I already had to mess up my champions here, or stage 1, I can't even remember which one of them. I already had to mess up champions, and it's actually harder because I had to do it earlier to progress through Soulcross. And I was like, well, what did you thought about it? You thought that you're just going to snap your fingers and it's going to be done. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys, about the so-called buffs to Angar and Fortress. Hopefully they will be good. I'm curious to know, what are you expecting? What would be a nice buff for you to use those champions? Appreciate every single one of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.